Hey guys, Paul here with the Spirits channel. In today's video, I'm going to do a little bit of a different kind of experiment where I'm going to use the Retekess transistor radio, which I will scroll through the stations manually with the tuning knob, and also record with the EVP recorder app. I really like this app, and I think why it works so well is that there is a certain kind of muffled, grainy quality to the recording. And I've noticed that a lot of other people that do these kind of experiments, do this kind of work, they prefer, like the old recorders, the old voice recorders that they get EVPs with, because the older recorders, they weren't necessarily digital, and even in the beginning of the digital recorders, the recording still had that grainy, muffled, kind of echoey quality. And I think that's what gives spirit more, more ambience, more sound to create voices in that kind of recording pattern. The new voice recorders and even the apps online, they're too bleached, too clear, too perfect, and where you can still get the words through the spirit boxes. I think the sound is a little bit too clear, where it's lacking that grainy quality that spirit could possibly use to imprint more sound, more voice, more energy. So that's my theory with this, and why I really like this particular app. And so I'm going to be using that again with the Retekess transistor radio, the EVP recorder app. And not really sure what I'm gonna ask spirit in this session. Maybe something a little bit lighter. There's a lot of dark in our world these days, and it just seems people are really going off the rails. I even changed the thumbnails on my channel here, to have it a little gothic, but not overly spooky and dark. I think we need a little bit of light in today's world. So the luminous angel coming through the door, into the dark room, I think was kind of a fitting image for the channel art. And as a spiritualist, that's what spiritualism is all about. I mean, yeah, it can be creepy and kooky and spooky and all that, certainly. But it's also, a philosophy and a spiritual path that's to bring proof of the afterlife and, just some light to people's lives. And I think we need a little light now and then. So I'm not sure what the topic of this particular session is going to be, but I think I want to try to get some little messages of hope, rather than doom and gloom and world war, and all of our leaders are are monsters, and our president is a shattered man here in the United States. I think we could use a little bit of a boost to know that there are higher forces on our side looking over our shoulder, and in the end we're going to be okay. So anyway, I'm going to get into the session now, and hopefully it turns out okay, and I'll see you there. Alright guys, I'm ready to start the session. I'm going to have the radio a little bit closer to the microphone than I usually have it. I want to get the sound and the voices and the static of the transistor radio a little bit louder, going into the microphone, being recorded by this app. So just an experiment to see how that turns out, what kind of voice imprints and impressions and answers that we get
So let's fire up the radio and see if anyone will come through for us today. Are there any spirits around me today who would be willing to communicate with me through this device? Please come forward. My name is Paul. I come in peace, love, friendship, and respect. Is there anyone around me right now?
Oh my God. How out of locked up. Let's go. Let's go. Is there not?
I want to ask the spirits, are all of you aware of so many conflicts and divisions that are happening, not only here in the United States, but across the world right now? Is the spirit world aware of this, aware of everything that's going on?
Bruce, new 1,000-mile warranty. Plus today. On the in West Virginia. Info. A while.
Can the spirits tell me, and also everyone who may listen to this recording, are we going to... I'm confident that we're going to make it out of this all okay no matter what. The light always wins in the end. But I'm curious, what do the spirits say about that? Do you agree that the light is going to win in the end no matter what? Or do you have a different opinion and thoughts on the matter? Please do share.
Report 40 and jump inches. Available. Hi. Don't leave them. Here's 7. More time. I used to bet. Forgive me. Archery. Hey.
A lot of people also think we're looking at the end of America with the direction that we're taking. I personally don't feel so. Again, I feel that things will, they may get dark for a while, but I think the course will eventually even out and self-correct. What can the Spirit say about that? Again, do you agree with my sentiment, or do you have a different idea about all of that?
What's going on? Zoomed over me. And as it has you're a New Yorker who Financial support. What? The weird.
Do the spirits have any messages of hope for humanity, especially the higher spirits, the celestials, the angels? If you're around, do you have any messages of hope for humanity right now? What do we need to know? What do we need to hear?
Can you say you in? Comforters.
I lingered in the radio static a little bit during that last dial through. I wanted to see what would come through just in the static if I bounced back and forth a little bit in the white noise. But I want to ask Spirit, here in the United States, there's a lot of political division, which I think is a completely ridiculous thing for people to be that divided and hating one another that much over politicians who none of them really seem to be really for the people. What would your message be to people who hate others, divided, see others as subhuman just based on politics? How do the spirits view that, and what would you tell those kinds of people?
Some good.
So in closing this short session out, if the spirits could give one message to the entire world right now through this recording, what would it be?
This group. Minor concept.
All right, my dear spirit friends, I thank you so much for your words and your messages today. I always very much appreciate it. As I always say now, I'm very appreciative, and I look at it as an honor that you choose to speak to me and leave messages during these sessions. So I'm very grateful, and I appreciate each and every one of you that come to these sessions and interact. It really is a blessing to me. So thank you very much, my spirit friends. And thank all of you for listening at home. I hope we got some good responses in the session today. And until next time, stay in love, stay in light, and I'll see you in the next session.